So in today's episode, we would be talking about reward system and how it can help in your child's behavior shaping. So let's start with our today's episode. In the previous episodes, we learned that authoritative parenting is the best parenting style, and it uses rewards to instill good habits in kids and behavior shaping. As per human behavior and psychology, reward is the best way to instill or change human behavior in any human being. Now just imagine if you are being rewarded for something at work or at home, you want to repeat that behavior as much as possible so that you can get that reward or praise again. Similar is the case with kids. See, every parent is a well-wisher for their child, and that's the reason they want to correct their child when they are making mistakes. But that is the biggest problem, because the law of behavior says you get more of what you focus on. That's the reason when you criticize your kid, it gets their attention and it becomes permanent in their brain. That's the reason we should catch our kids when they are doing good things, so that it gets their attention and it becomes their second nature. Now we know that reward and praise are important to behavior shaping. Let's see how many types of reward system that we have. There are two types of reward system. One is tangible, another one is intangible. Tangible rewards are those that you can touch, like you have soft toys, magnets, stickers, etc. Intangible rewards are like activities, going for a movie, extending playtime, or praising a kid. In the last 20 years, because of economic prosperity, a lot of population has moved from lower middle class to upper middle class or a rich class. And in today's world, both parents are working. So they want to give their child everything that they desired, but they couldn't get it. Now when they were a kid, they would see that in movies, a rich parent would give their child so many toys that her room was full of toys and gifts. Now when they can afford it, then why not let their child have all those things? So that is what creates the problem. See, you cannot spoil a kid by giving too much love, but you can always spoil him by giving too much stuff. So the reason why too much stuff is bad for your child is, first is, if you buy too much stuff, your child would stop valuing the stuff that you're buying. Second is, when you're buying the stuff without any occasion and not as a behavior reward, your child would not be able to learn important life lessons like self-control and delayed gratification. Next is, your child would feel that he's entitled to all those gifts. So when he is small, he would ask for small gifts, but as he grow up, he would ask for a bike. Then when he grows up, he would ask for a car, and then for a house, and then he would expect you to give him all your property and assets, because he never learned to work hard for anything in life. See, another reason why parents are giving too many gifts to their kids is that parents are working and they don't have time for their kids. So they want to substitute time with these materialistic items. Always remember this thing, that you cannot replace face-to-face interaction with these material goods or gifts. Experience the child would get by spending time with you cannot be replaced by these gifts or toys. Just consider this example. When you're traveling, you create a lot of good memories and good experience, but you cannot create the same experience in your mind by watching a video of the same place. Similarly, when a child is listening to a story through online video, it has a different impact on their brain, and when they are listening to a story from you with face-to-face interaction, it has a different impact on their brain. Now the question is, what kind of rewards are bad for kids? So the thumb rule is, all intelligent toys are bad and all dumb toys are good for your kids. Intelligent toys like electronic toys, video games, VR, mobile, they hamper their creativity and are bad for their health too. Nowadays we see that every other kid is wearing spectacles because of long exposure to screen time. Some parents also argue that exposure to technology would inspire their kids to create their own website, app, or robots. That's all good when your kid is a grown-up, but when your child is small, that is the time to learn life skills like resiliency, hard work, patience, gratitude, meditation, so that he can live a happy and a healthy life. But if your only focus is on building a career for your child, then you are pushing your child to a disaster. Just consider this example that a lot of kids make it to a premier engineering institute like IIT, but they commit suicide there because they are unable to cope up with the pressure. So even if they have mastered a lot of skills early in their life, it doesn't work when they are put under pressure. Second thing that we should remember about tangible gifts is don't give toys that hamper their physical activities. Like nowadays, you can find parents giving e-cars or e-bikes to their kids. These electronic toys makes your kids lazy, which leads to obesity and other diseases. Now the question is, what kind of tangible rewards are good for kids? So there is a simple rule that any dumb toy that makes your child think and boosts his creativity is good for him, like stickers, magnets, toy figures, shoebox, dolls, spoon, comb, remote, action figures, plate and spoon, old mobile phone that is not functional, board games, pictures. These gifts let your child think and use his imagination and creativity. Small kids have 30 to 40% more neurons in their brain. So their brain is literally bursting with creativity. So they are thinking about new things every second and their brain is moving in different directions. So even if you give a dumb toy to your kid, he'll make it interesting with his creativity. Now let's talk about intangible rewards. There are two types of intangible rewards. First is praise. We'll talk about praise in upcoming episodes because it's a complete topic in itself. Second is involving kids in activities. So you can take your kids to zoo or for a movie. You can give him an extra story or a song at a bedtime, an extra 5 minutes of play fighting with parents, an outing with a parent without the siblings, an extra 10 to 15 minutes of screen time, choosing the menu for the meal, playing a board game with a parent, campaigning out or having a picnic. So friends, that is all for today. We'll meet in the next episode and we'll talk about some important points to remember for the effective reward system and impact of good reward system on the kids' future. We will look at the marshmallow experiment. So friends, if you found the content helpful, do like, comment and share the video as much as possible, and don't forget to subscribe because every week we would be coming up with new videos. Thank you.